G'day guys, this is Holy Critic and welcome to my new Top 5 series. I've always wanted to do a video like this, and today I'm looking at the best Brian Dennehy TV movies. Now before I begin, I have a very special announcement coming at the end of this video, so please stick around and don't forget to give a big thumbs up. Alright, let's dive in. So if you've only just discovered Brian Dennehy for the first time, or have known him for a while but want to see more, this video is going to provide you with a deeper understanding of his versatility as an actor. I don't pretend to know every single role he's ever done, nor assume you'll agree with every selection, but my hope is that you'll eventually watch all of these movies for yourself and make up your own mind. Now with all that said, I'm starting out this list with a crime thriller, and one of the first movies that made me really take notice of Dennehy's acting. Perfect Witness sees Brian play a prosecuting district attorney. He's in pursuit of a local mobster who's accused of murdering his rival in a New York bar. Eyewitness testimony is all he's got to prove the case, but the sole witness is unwilling to testify due to threats and intimidation. Brian's character is rather complex here, because his pursuit of the antagonist eventually turns him into one. To seek justice, he's forced to make moral compromises. His pressure tactics, for example, put the witness and their family at an even greater risk of reprisal attacks. Dennehy convincingly skirts the line between his righteous duty to pursue evil and his ethical obligation to keep the witness out of harm's way. I highly recommend this movie, and if you do find the time, it is available to watch on YouTube for free. Moving on to fourth place is a character that many of you have come to see Brian play. Over the years, he's been somewhat typecast in authoritative roles due to his powerful presence. When he's not playing an attorney, you can bet he's probably going to be a cop. And that's where we meet Jack Reed. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I'm kind of cheating here because I couldn't just select one movie for this spot. As a collective series, we follow Chicago Police Sergeant Jack Reed as he solves different true-to-life cases. I won't get into the plot details of each of these because we'll be here all day, but Brian's dogged approach and ability to command each situation makes him a perfect fit for the role. I'm personally convinced that if Dennehy wasn't an actor, he probably would be working in law enforcement. Alright, in the third spot I've got a movie that I've only just seen recently. Remember what I said about him playing attorneys? Well, in Three Blind Mice he plays the defender instead of the prosecutor this time. He must come to the rescue of an old friend who's accused of murdering 3 Vietnamese men. Against the weight of circumstantial evidence, Brian single-handedly breaks the case wide open. It's a riveting thriller that's bettered only by Dennehy's performance. I actually reviewed this movie in a recent episode of Quick Reviews, so if you're interested in seeing the full movie, please follow the clickable link at the end of this video. Now we move on to the final two, and here's where things get very interesting. Most of Brian's performances portray him as a flawed but heroic figure who's doing the greater good. But I would argue that his best performances are the opposite of that. Case in point is the 1991 movie In Broad Daylight. It tells the harrowing true story of Ken McElroy, a town bully who terrorized his Missouri community. Over the course of decades, he continually eluded justice for his numerous crimes, which included assault, rape, and attempted murder. Dennehy's stellar performance as McElroy completely embodied the menacing characteristics of this psychopath in a way that I've never seen before. Even his appearance was borderline unrecognizable. If you're interested, I advise you to watch the Season 3 episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which covered his untimely demise. Okay, so now we've reached the number 1 pick, but I first want to include a couple of honourable mentions which just missed out on my top 5 selection. They included the courtroom drama Killing in a Small Town and the World War II biopic Day One, so definitely check them out also if you get the time. Now, some of you might have already guessed my number 1 choice here because of how much I love Brian Dennehy as the villain. Funnily enough, this movie that I've selected probably features him for the least amount of screen time compared with the others on this list, but it easily earns its spot. To Catch a Killer sees Dennehy play the notorious serial killer John Wayne Gacy, a man who concealed his crimes for years behind a charitable family man facade. Brian's chillingly subtle performance here is by far his best to date. His ability to merely stare at someone in a certain way completely terrified me. I can't even recall one scene of graphic violence as you'd expect with this type of movie because it only ever needed to be implied. I won't reveal any more because I've decided to release this movie on Saturday. To watch it, please follow the links I provided in the description and pinned comment below. I promise you won't regret it. So, that's my list of top 5 Brian Dennehy TV movies. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'd love to know your opinions in the comments section. If you're new and like my content, please subscribe and press the notifications bell so you never miss a new video. As always, stay safe, and I'll catch you again on another episode of Top 5.